To own the future, we need to do more than just see it. We need to make it.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Zoya and I'm a third-year electrical engineering student at the University of Ottawa, also your host today. Here I have with me Aali, co-founder and president and CTO at Giatec. Since we were talking about Giatec, what challenges did you find that you faced in the beginning when starting off? What was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome?
Yeah, so like any other business, and everyone starts with an idea. And there are tons of ideas out there. And if you have an idea, I can assure you that there are maybe hundreds of other people who have the same exact idea. And so how you turn that idea to a business is a key, and at a scale is a key to success of any business. So we had the idea of building a technology, a device, sensor that can help with accurate monitoring of concrete properties. And we started doing a prototype and all that, but there are so many challenges there to begin with. One is building a team. You definitely can't do everything yourself. So you need to have various team members who can do different things and complete your skill set. The second thing is having funds. You basically have to live as well. So how can you work on an idea? And it will take some time before it gets to a stage that you can start generating revenue. So you need to sustain yourself as a business. So that was another challenge that we had. How can we generate money or funds to sustain during that period before we go to the market? And the other thing was to turn that idea to product. So everyone thinks that, okay, I have an idea and tomorrow I can sell that idea, but it's not like that. Especially when you're in the hardware business like us, you have to think about packaging, certification, labels, shipment issues, all those export stuff, as well as other things around prioritization of that idea, user manual, guides, support, and things like that. So during the first 2 years, most of our attention and focus was working around that. So we went to IRAP and OCE and MyTax. We grabbed some research grants to help us get our idea into a prototype or more of a product format so that we can start selling it. We leverage a lot of co-op programs to bring in team members who can help us with assisting on sales and marketing. As well as research. There was an NSERC program called NSERC Engage that we leveraged to work with university professors and further advance our idea. And then, so that helped us go through this 2 years of I would say, startup mode, where you turn that idea to product. And in year 2, we made our first sales. And then after that, there are different challenges.
Of course, but that must have been amazing after 2 years to finally have made your first sale, your first accomplishment. I'm sure that was probably great. Is there anything that you would have done differently at that time? Is there something else that you would have chosen to do, or something you would have changed, maybe something that you wanted to do that you didn't do?
Yeah, I think like anything else, we are living in a new norm. And things are changing very fast with the advancements in technology and the knowledge sharing. Access to knowledge is a lot easier today compared to 10, 15 years ago. And but if I go back and I want to change anything, that would be real life experience. I was so deep into the academic side of things that I really didn't get a chance to go and maybe spend some time in the construction job site and maybe talk to a concrete lab and so on and so forth. And that real life experience, which you can get with co-op experience, which is awesome, by the way, from my opinion, and everyone should do that, is essential. The traditional academic education by reading textbooks and doing exams and all that is good. But what makes students ready for today's life and today's realities in the world is getting that real life experience while they're doing their studies. And as a student, you can never hear no. Like if you go and ask any question from anyone, and if you ask, can I do this? Can I come to spend, I don't know, a couple hours per week at your company just to learn something? Everyone would say yes to you. And that would be one of the things that I would change if I go back in time, maybe to spend some time with more industry experts in real life scenarios and get that knowledge and experience. And that would help me shape the path in my academic life better, and to understand what courses I need to take, what textbooks I need to read, what online education and course I need to take better, as opposed to just randomly go through the program and get a degree.
Well, sadly, we've come to the end of our talk. I just wanted to thank you so much for joining me today, and hope you enjoyed our chat, and hope everyone listening and watching had a little piece of information that they found useful or enjoyed our chat as well.